Superstar Shakeup 2019 predictions. Now, these could go either way. I think both brands would really benefit from this change. And that's what this is about. It's about change. It's about kind of getting out of the routine and just having the same matches they've been having. Trying to bring in new rivalries and new mixers to it all. I want to start off with SmackDown first. Some of the superstars that I would like from Raw to be brought over to SmackDown. So SmackDown is from the left, and then Raw is from the right. So we'll transport one another, and I'll give you my overall reason as to why I think why each superstar would benefit in the brand. Now for Raw right here, I have to say, we'll start with SmackDown first. I want to start out with Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor, they made it real clear that they don't plan on giving him that universal push again. I think they've kind of given, the whole idea of it all, they've just kind of given up on it. And I think the WWE Championship would be almost as good, of course not as good. Actually, you know what? Take that back. I feel like the WWE Championship holds more value to it. But SmackDown, not only this, but also, just imagine, because not only would AJ Styles be over there, but also the rest of the club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the full official Too Sweet Bullet Club. So that's my first choice right there. Authors of Pain. I think now that Raw has gotten like heavy machineries, they got some big dudes. Like when it comes to Raw, I think they have more like big dudes than SmackDown does, and I think these two right here, I think if they were to change up like the whole thing with the SmackDown division, the tag team division, I think AOP would mix it up real well. I mean, think about it. I feel like 2018 was nothing but New Day, Usos, in the Bar over and over and over again. These guys right here, they would definitely bring something to the mix. Now, next one, I have to say that Drew McIntyre, another one that you can tell that they are trying with him. They are really trying to give him that push. I mean, they tried before, right? No success, but I feel like this go around, it's gonna work better for him. I don't know what it is. I just see a better future for Drew McIntyre, and him going over to SmackDown would really help out his situation. So Drew McIntyre over here to SmackDown. Braun Strowman, one that they kind of like, I feel like they really messed it up for this guy badly. He was supposed to be the one that was supposed to conquer the Beast, but the way that it all played out in those matches, it didn't. And I think Braun Strowman needs a fresh new start, and what better way to do so than over here on the SmackDown brand. Becky Lynch, one that, I mean, right now, we already know who she's challenging at WrestleMania, but I think after that, I think her getting some more matches with Ronda or, Natty over there, just a whole variety and a different brand of superstars or of the women's Raw roster, I think she would do real well over there. So I'm going to put her over there. For the Usos, I'm going to go over here and tell you right now that the Usos, they need to get away from the SmackDown picture. Their contract is actually coming to an end, so I think the Usos right here, they would just be a nice spot for them. I think these two right here, they've always been very, very entertaining, and just mixing it up with the new tag teams that have been called up from NXT. Would like to see some of those matches for sure. Now, Rey Mysterio, where is he? Here's the master of the 619. Ray. I think he's had just about every dream match that you can possibly think of. Well, not every single one, but a good portion of it. It's already happened on SmackDown. I mean, he's already taken on Daniel Bryan. He's taken on Jeff Hardy. He's taken on, I believe, yes, Randy Orton. He had a really good rivalry with him. It kind of revived back from the olden days. Rey Mysterio right here, he needs to go over here and explore his options before he retires. We can't forget about Andrade Cien Almas, and they're bringing Rey Mysterio over to Raw. Andrade needs to keep bringing that match, that feud to Rey. Not only that, but of course, him against like Elias or Dolph Ziggler, assuming he sticks around. Just another guy right here that needs to be thrown into this picture of the whole mix-up. Right? I don't know. I've really enjoyed his whole run on SmackDown so far, and I just want to continue to see some more of those matches with him and Rey Mysterio, man, because these guys right here, they can fight forever. Fight forever, Sanity. One team that we completely forgot about that exists. Believe it or not, they do. They are still part of the WWE roster. We just don't see much of them, so I think them coming over here, it's another thing what I'm talking about, like with the whole division, not just for SmackDown, but also for Raw. the whole tag team division, it's suffering. So I think mixing it up and throwing Sanity over here to Raw, another great move for sure. Adam Cole, baby! Here's the thing. When it comes to call-ups, I think call-ups, one that needs to happen. We've already seen, a small handful, but really no one that really stands out that would really just change the game. Adam Cole right here. Leave the rest of the Undisputed Era. Bring him up within 3 or maybe half a year. But one that needs to be called up ASAP right here, Adam Cole. Actually, you know what? And I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but I kind of want to see that. I kind of want to see Adam Cole either go on his own, start his whole, and I think that what it's going to come down to, believe it or not, is that I think at some point, and now that we're having all that competition, with the upcoming new WWE or that new wrestling brand, AEW, I think bringing factions, to this whole storyline, it would really help out WWE, especially since they're going up against some of their old rivalries, some of the actual official Bullet Club members over there. So throw them over to SmackDown, dude. Combine it all. Combine AJ Styles, Adam Cole, Finn Balor, the whole club, dude, the whole Bullet Club, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Pete Dunne, another one that I would really enjoy just being called up from this whole mix mash, getting everything changed up. Pete Dunne right here, this guy would be really interesting to he just brings a whole new style to the whole wrestling industry. I think his style is very unique, so I think him being called over, I'm going to go with Raw, and I know it's kind of a far stretch. Obviously, it wouldn't be a universal title picture off the get-go. He would obviously have to work to that. But I think him being either in the IC title picture, I think Pete Dunne would really benefit. Now, keep in mind that usually the way that this plays out, most of the people, or the one brand that usually gets most of the superstars, it's Raw, because it is a 3-hour show as opposed to 2-hour. But these are kind of my thoughts, you guys. Obviously, I don't see AJ. For some reason, he's the house. It's the house that AJ Styles built. So I don't see AJ Styles being moved. He's one that would definitely stay. Daniel Bryan, he's really segmented himself over on SmackDown. And Jeff Hardy, he really doesn't have much. He's got maybe 2 years at most. And as far as Mustafa or Rusev or Shinsuke, I think Shinsuke, I don't see him going over to Raw. One of the big things with Shinsuke right now, it's just even having him come close to the the WWE title. But we'll see, man. Right now there's a lot going on. There's so much happening going on right here. I think for Raw, I'm pretty comfortable with these guys. For Bobby Lashley, I don't see him moving. I just see him kind of keep doing his thing over here with Leo Rush. And we need entertainment. If you're going to do a 3-hour show, I think the best way to do so, and, for him to entertain the people, for that, to keep people awake, in other words, we need Elias. The guy's awesome. Love his singing. Some other superstars. The only superstar that I want to bring to light here, this is my last prediction that I want to bring up, you guys. I think Bray Wyatt, here's the thing, right? We got Eric Rowan with Daniel Bryan. We kind of have a partial reunion of the Wyatt family. How about we bring Bray Wyatt back to SmackDown? If we're talking about uniting factions and whatnot, just imagine that, right? Bringing all 4 of them together. Braun Strowman would also be there. It would be a battle, dude. It would be a feud between, the club or Bullet Club. Actually, it would be the club. In WWE, I don't think they own the rights to the Bullet Club name. But having this whole feud and rivalry in SmackDown with Bullet Club against Wyatt's, dude, that would be epic. And there's some great stuff over here. Obviously, for Raw, there's still a lot of good talent. They carry most of the numbers. It makes sense. Come on, it's the longest show. But this is just my overall thoughts, you guys. Give me your, some of the top superstars, mid-carders, tag teams that you would like to see being drafted in this whole superstar shakeup. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.